What's up, guys, and welcome back to another Supernatural review. This time I'm going to be reviewing Supernatural Season 11, Episode 21, All in the Family. So, um, if I sound a little different, it's because I'm trying out a new mic. I'm going to test this against my mic that I used last week and see what one I like better and what one is going to work for the coming reviews, which there's only probably a couple episodes left this season, so we're going to be getting into that in the coming weeks. So what I'm going to do here is summarize the entire episode, give it a rating, and make some predictions on what I think will happen next week. So let's get into it. So this episode starts off basically immediately where last episode left off, where Chuck kind of reveals himself to Sam and Dean, and they're like, Chuck, what the heck are you doing here? And he snaps them back into the bunker. They're back into the bunker, and he reveals to them that he's God. And Dean kind of goes on a rant on him that all this horrible stuff has been happening over the last thousands of years, and he didn't do anything. All the people who prayed to him, all the people who believed in him, who fought for him, who died for him, and he did nothing for them. Chuck kind of says that he tried to intervene, he tried to do things to help his creations, but they just never, no matter how much he helped, they always kept doing wrong, kept doing the same thing. And he figured if he left, maybe they'd be able to grow up, as he said, um, by themselves. So that's kind of an interesting way to put it. And Dean was like, well, we didn't. And which the world's still as bad as it was back then, but Chuck sees it a different way, and he sees that the world is better than it used to be. So that's an interesting kind of conversation right there. Then they start talking about Amara, and they're trying to find Amara, and they see the story of this smoke cloud that went through this town in Oklahoma. Sam and Dean go there. Chuck kind of stays at the bunker. He's kind of doing all this weird stuff, eating food, taking showers, watching TV, and Sam and Dean go there. They meet with this guy who is the only survivor in the whole town from the smoke. Apparently, he is a new prophet. Right before the smoke got him, he got struck by lightning and became a new prophet of the Lord. To test it, Sam gave him some angel writing, and he confirmed that he could read it. Brings him back to the bunker. They talk to God, and they figure out stuff. They figure out where. Oh, and as all this is happening, right before they went to meet with this guy, Amara came to Dean in his head, and it showed. She said that Lucifer doesn't have much time left, and he kind of showed him almost dead. He's bleeding everywhere. He's like he doesn't have much time left, and then she comes back to um, Dean when they're at the police station where the prophet is, and she says that she wants to meet with him. So when they're trying to find Amara, and they actually pinpoint her location because they meet with Metatron, and Metatron tells tells Dean tells Dean and Sam that God isn't actually gonna beat Amara when they find her. He's going to sacrifice himself and kind of just give up and let her win. So Dean goes and talks to Chuck, and Chuck says that he's going to try to make a deal with her where if he gets locked away in the cage, because I don't think they can be killed, that she would just let the world be and not destroy it. But Dean's like, dude, that's not going to happen. She's going to destroy everything, and she's just going to lie to you, put you in the cage, and destroy everything. You can kind of tell that when he says that to him, he kind of realizes like, yeah, you're probably right, but he still doesn't really like firmly change his mind. He firmly doesn't say, yeah, you're right, I'm gonna kill her. It kind of just story kind of continues on. They go back to the bunker. They find where Amara is keeping Cass / Lucifer, and in order to distract Amara from Lucifer when they're going in to save him, Dean agrees to meet with her and reaches out to her. They go meet in a forest somewhere where she keeps they are talking about their connection, and she's like, you need to be a part of me. You want to, and I want you to, and you want to. And Dean's like, I can't. And she touches his face, and just by feeling, because she's like a god basically, yeah, she can tell that he had talked to God, and now she feels that he betrayed her. So she figures out that, oh, this is not good. They're going to take Cass, or Lucifer, and she goes back there. The prophet's there, and they're getting Cass. Metatron has to do this spell where he has to say all these words, and he falls off. They expect him to be able to teleport them out of there, but he doesn't have his power because what Amara has done to him. They get in the car, they drive. Metatron decides to stay back and tries to kill Amara with some spell where he draws a blood sigil and then puts his hand on it, and she kind of just absorbs it and ends up killing him with black smoke. This poof, kind of implodes and dies. Well, I assume he's dead. And then as they're driving away, they're speeding away super fast. She pops up in front of them, stops the car and is about to kill them all. She says, I have no use for any of you anymore. She's about to kill them all, and then they pop up in the bunker. God jumped them back in the bunker. They all come out and they're like, what's going on? And then they figure out they're in the bunker. Obviously, I said that. And they go out, and Lucifer and Chuck see each other. Chuck says, you've changed. Then he says it back. And Chuck says, not really. And then he heals him because he's all scarred up and bruised up. And that's pretty much the episode. Then they see the prophet off. Sam and Dean see the prophet off. And Sam's like, you want to talk about it? And Dean just says that she wants him to literally be a part of her. So it's getting pretty weird right there. So if I miss anything major in that little summary, make sure to leave it down below. One thing I did miss is they did show Kevin right when God revealed himself. They had Kevin come and talk to him, and he sent Kevin up to heaven because he's been in the veil the whole time. I did miss that part. Anyways, I thought it was a good episode. I thought the episode was good. I thought it was compelling. It had the drama at the beginning. I thought the whole thing with Dean explaining like all the hardships that the humans had to go through in God's name for so long. I thought that was a really good drama. It was a really good dramatic part at the beginning. Kind of, you can see the inner conflict in Chuck and how he's really struggling to decide whether he should just actually intervene and protect his creations, or kind of just because he thinks he failed, or just kind of bow down and go off in the distance because he failed. So it's cool to be able to see that inner conflict in Chuck. Kind of gives more of a human side to an entity like God, but you can give us a more of a human side. Then it's cool to see how everyone's going to come together, everyone's going to unite. Lucifer and God are going to hopefully make up their differences to take out this bad thing that they've taken out, that they took out millions of years before, and they're going to work together. And Metatron, you see Metatron sacrificing himself. You can see that in the wake of this purely evil entity that's coming, even like the bad guys that have been bad in the past are coming together and working together to take this thing down. It's just this one big threat that finally brings them all together. I think that's cool. And this episode had plenty of action, had plenty of intense scenes, like with the whole Amara stopping the car with Sam and going back and trying to get Lucifer. Had a lot of action, had a lot of drama, had a lot of everything, and I thought it was a good episode all around. So, rating for this episode, I'm going to give it a 9.2 out of 10. Good for all those reasons that I stated previously. Predictions on what I think will happen throughout the rest of the season. By the trailer for next episode, it looks like God's gonna rally everything he's created. So he's gonna go get the demons. He didn't create the demons. Lucifer created the demons, but he created Lucifer. So he basically created the demons. He has to get hell on his side. He has to get heaven on his side, and everyone's gonna have to come together in order to fight this big bad thing. Pretty much what I said about Lucifer and Metatron. Even the bad guys are coming together to beat this bigger bad guy. The enemy, an enemy of my enemy is my friend. Yeah, so we're gonna see all this stuff happening. I think in the end, God is gonna try to take on Amara. He is gonna go, and I think he's gonna fail, to be honest, and Dean's gonna have to kill her. I think that's what's gonna happen. But I'll probably do some more prediction videos because we're getting towards the end of the season. I'll actually do a full-on prediction video over the weekend probably, and I will use this mic. I know it's a million times better than the one I used for the summary of this video, and I figured I would finish it with this, or at least just the last half, because I didn't want to do the whole summary again. I'm sorry, but that's all. Thanks for watching. Make sure to leave the like, favorite your fave, subscribe to be updated on future Supernatural reviews, the Game of Thrones reviews on Sundays, and everything else throughout the week. Subscribe for more. See y'all later. Deuces.